Right to it. So first one, we have to fill the blanks. Right? So when I am uploading this recording to the YouTube, I will I will put the Google Drive link to download the paper as well, so that you can collect them, all of them, right? Because under the description I will put the Google Drive link so that you can get, or you can download the paper if you are not able to find the given paper, right? By using the WhatsApp group. WhatsApp group එකෙන් හොයාගන්න බැරි වුණොත් you can again download the paper through the Google Drive link that I upload in the description. Alright? Okay, good. So unit test factors, right? So we did it in last week. So I am going to discuss. Alright? So today I am going to give you the unit test of fractions. මම මේක message එක දැම්ම group එකේ. හරි? Okay, so first one, first question. So you have to fill the blanks. Sorry. Then first part, 10x plus 8y. 10x plus 8y equal, there is a blank. Here you have 5x plus blank and 4y. Right? Again, you have another part here, right? First of all, I will fill this one. So how do you fill this? 10x, 5x, 8y, 4y. So how do you get the factor, right? To this term related to first term. This full term related to this. Now you know the pattern, very easy, right? So here you have 5, here you have 10. How do you make, right? 10 by using 5. 2 times 5, right? So you have to put 2 here. 2 times 5, 10. Likewise, here you have 8, here you have 4. So how do you convert 4 into 8? By multiplying by 2. Right, Puti? So if you have this, make a theorem, you can take your red pen and check. Right? Right? Mark it. And if you do not get the correct answer, take the red pen and put a wrong mark and write down the correct way. Right? Write down the correct way. Right. So here also we have to fill the blanks. Right. So how do we fill that? There are two parentheses and in between you have plus sign. Right. So by looking at here and here, you can identify that number 2 is common for both. So you can take it out from the bracket. So that you have to write down the rest of the terms. If you take this number 2 out, the remaining term is 5x. If you take this number 2 out from the bracket, the remaining term is 4y. Very easy. If you catch the pattern, you can you can repeat it. Right. Okay. Second one. 12x plus 21. Right. So now I have 3x into 5y. Then 3x plus 5y, and we have something like this. Right. So 12 has become 3, 20 has become 5. Right. So that is another way. But when we go to this side, 3 should be converted into 12, 5 should be converted into 20. So you know, very easy, right? So multiplication table. How do you convert 3 into 12? By multiplying by 4. How do you convert 5 into 20? By multiplying by 4. Right? So very easy, like previous, 4, 4. 4 is the common factor for both terms. 4 is the common factor for both terms. So you have to take it out from the bracket. 4. Right? Bracket, open bracket. So what are the rest if you take for out from the bracket? 3x plus 5y. Right. Then next one, third one. 10x minus 25. Right? And here the blank, and you have 2x minus another 2 blanks. So how do you fill this? Here you have 2x. How do you convert 2x into 10x? By multiplying by 5. 5 times 2, 10. Right? Here you have 2 blanks. If you fill this by using 5, so you know here also should be 5. Right? So 5 multiplied by 5. Right? 5 multiplied by 5, it will give you 25. So common factor is 5 for both terms. Take it out. Rest 2x minus 5. Right? If you take this 5 out from the bracket, remaining terms are 2x and 5 minus 5. That is the answer. Fourth one. 3y plus 3. Right? Okay. Like previous, you have this, and here you have y, term y plus, and here you have blank multiplied by 1. What is this? What? Right? What is this? 3y plus 3. If you want to take 3y, just you have to expand in 3 times y. 3 times y means 3y. How do you obtain 3? 3 times 1 y. Sorry, 3 times 1. 3 times 1, 3. So what is the common factor? 3 is the common factor for both. Take it out from the bracket. If you take 3 out from the bracket, what are the remaining terms? Y plus 1. Right? So these are the answers for the first one. Guys, you can correct them out. Right? Guys, any problems from there? What are question here?
Sir, should we put
Right, Uday. So second one, product of two factors with the other one. So you have to give your answers, right? Write as a product of two factors, right? The first one, 5x plus 50. Right? Right. 5x plus 50. So how do you write this as a product of two factors? Right? So we did this earlier. Right. So I am hearing a noise. So how do you write this as a product of two factors? There should only have two factors. First factor multiplied by the other factor. So two factors. Right? Product of two factors. It is something like this. Here you have a factor. Right? One factor multiplied by the other factor. This is the first one. This is the second one. First factor, second factor. So you have to convert this expression into this, right? So something like this. Numerical value 5 times x plus 3. Right? So this is one way. Right? So this is product of two factors. 5 is the first factor This part is the other factor. Two factors. Product. Product means, what do you mean by parenthesis? Parenthesis means multiply. වැඩි කරන්න. Right? 5 multiplied by x plus 3. Right? So, parenthesis it says multiply. Right? So, that is the thing that you need to understand. Right? First of all, right, I am going to identify what is the common factor for both terms. 5x, 15. Right? Right. Like previous, we did in the first question, I can write down this. Here you have 5x. Right? 5 multiplied by x plus. So you know 5 is a multiple of, 15 is a multiple of 5. 15 is a multiple of 5. So you can write 15 as 5 times 3. Very easy. Right? So 5 is a common factor. Take it out from the bracket. 5 x plus 3. Nice. Did you see? Right? Product of two factors. 5 times x plus 3. So this should be your answer. Right? Guys, if you know the multiplication table very well, right? If you are a genius, right? Or superior weddek na multiplication table, right? You can directly skip this. You can remove. If you want, you can remove. අර නිකන් ඩවුට් එකක් තියෙනවා කියන මට පැටලෙයිද දන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකින්ද මම ඒ වගේ තියෙනවා නම් මේක ලියන්න. You can write this. ඔයා වැඩෙක් නම් වැඩෙක් කියන්නේ හොඳටම sure නම් if you are 100% sure that I am getting the 100% correct answer, accurate answer, you can skip this. Right? You can directly obtain this one by looking at this. Right? By looking at this, you can directly obtain this. Right? So I will do like that. Right? First of all, I will do in this way. මේ විදිහට මම කරන්න. හරි? Right. Second one, 6x minus 6. Right. So I can write 6x as 6 multiplied by x and here negative sign. Right? And 6 multiplied by 1. 6 can be written down as 6 multiplied by 1. So for both of them, 6 is the common factor. Very easy. Take it out. So if you take this 6 out from the bracket, what are the remaining terms? X minus 1. Right? X minus 1. Then next one. 10x. 10 minus 10x. So you can write this like previously. 10 minus 10 times 1, 10 times x. Very easy to make. 10 is the common term. Take it out. 10 times 1 minus x. Fourth one, 4x plus 8. 4x plus 8. Right. So I can write this like 4 times x plus 4 times 2, 8. Right? But I am not going to do that. I will take 4 out from this at once. So by looking at the two terms, here you have number 4, here you have number 8. Number 8 is a multiple of 4. Okay, multiplication table. 8 is a multiple of 4. 8 is a multiple of 4 means so I have to use the common factor as 4. Common factor is 4. Right? So I will take it out. Right? Out from the bracket. 4 is my common factor. If you take 4 as the common factor from this term, what would be the remaining part? X. Here you have now 8. Right? 8 means, what does it mean by taking out from the bracket? 4. Common factor, you are going to take it out from the bracket. That means you are going to divide. right? 8 divided by 4, 2, right? That means 4 times 2, 8. 8 divided by 4, right? If you are taking 4 out from the bracket, that means you are going to divide this term by 4, this term by 4, right? So that you will get x here, you will get x here, right? You will get 2 here, right? 8 divided by 4, 2, right? That is how you are going to get this answer directly. If you are not 100% sure with this one, you have to use this method. හරිද? මේක use කරන්න වෙනවා. හරි? Right. Fifth one. But when I am doing, try to catch the pattern. Try to catch the pattern that I am doing. මම කරන විදිය අල්ලගන්න try කරන්න. So that you can do a question with little bit of steps. හරි? And you can save your time. Right? Okay, let's do. Fifth one. 8y minus 24. Right. 8y minus 24. By looking at this, right, you can decide what would be the common factor. So what would be the common factor for both of these terms? චක්කරේ මතක නම් පුතේ ඩඩස් කරලා කියන්න පුළුවන්. හරි? What would be the common factor? හරියන්නේ නැහැ ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න එපා.
Eight.
Yes, 3. Sorry, 8. මට 3 වගේ. Right. So the common factor for both of these terms are 8, ne? 8y, right? 8y minus 24. So I am taking 8 out of the bracket. 8. What is the meaning of that? 8y divided by 8. The remaining part is y, right? Minus 24 divided by 8, 3. Right? 8 times 3, 24, right? So this is it. Sixth one. 4x plus 6y. 4x plus 6y. How do you find the common factor? Methuli, can you tell me the common factor of both of these terms?
2.
Yes, 2. So 2 is the common factor for both. 4 can be divided by 2, 6 can be divided by 2, right? So that 4 and 6 are multiples of 2. 4 and 6 are multiples of 2. Right? So that I am going to take 2 out. Right? Right. Kauda. Sahira, can you fill the bracket? Can you fill the bracket? If you take 2 as the common term, if you take 2 as the common term out, what are the 2 terms that you put here, that you are going to put here?
2x plus 3y.
Sahira, what I heard there?
2x plus 3y.
පුතා මේ මං හිතන්නේ මට ඔයාලා මේ වෙලාවට ඇහෙන්නේ ඒකයි මම බැලුවේ මොකද මට ඇහෙන්නේ නැත්තේ කියලා. මට අනික් කට්ටියම හයියෙන් ඇහෙනවා. Sahira, you can type it and send na. It's okay. Right? Right. Right. So if you are taking number 2 out from the bracket as the common term, right? What did I told you earlier? How do you get the 2 terms for filling? How do you obtain the 2 terms? So you are getting number 2 as the common term, right? So 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 means 2x, right? Here you have positive sign, positive. 6 divided by 2, 3y, right? So 2 times 2, 4x, 2 times 3, 6y. Correct? So that is how you are going to get. Right. Vi. Seventh one. Seventh one. Yes, yes. Your answer is correct. Right. So 12x minus 18y. 12x minus 18y. Right. So how do you find the common factor for both of these? That is not the highest common factor, Situmini. It should be least common factor. Right? It should be least common factor, right? No, sorry, highest common factor, right? Highest common factor, right? Uh, the number that you can divide both of these numbers at once, right? The number that you can divide both of these numbers at once is the highest common factor, and it should be the common factor for both 12 and 18. Are you think? So, guys, what would be the common factor for 12 and 18? What would be the common factor? Huh?
6.
6. Right? Super. Right? Some might say, I will take 2. Right? If you take 2, is that the highest common factor of 12 and 18? Right? No. Right? Some might say, 3. 3 is the common factor. Now, there is a problem. Is 3 the highest common factor of 12 and 18? Is 3 the highest common factor of 12 and 18? No. So how do we find the highest common factor? So 12 and 18 you have. So you know how to find the least common factor. Until you get 1, 1, 1, you have to divide. Right? Until you get 1, 1, right? At the end you have to divide. Until you get 1 at the end you have to divide. But here you are not going to do that. Correct? So you have to choose a number that can be divided by using both of the numbers, right? So the number that you are using, right, should be able to divide 12 and 18 at once. All right. So 12 and 18, okay. 12 and 18, what is the first prime factor that you can use to divide both of the numbers? Number minimum prime factor? 2. So I am going to divide this by 2 first. 2 times 6, okay. 2 times, 9. 9. Now, we are going to find the highest common factor. Highest common factor, right? This is not the least common factor. So, the number that you are going to choose here, right, should be able to divide 6 and 9 at once. Can you use 2 here? Can you use 2? Yes or no?
No.
No. Because 2 can divide only 6. 9 cannot be divided without 0. Sorry, without any remainder. Correct? Without any remainder, 9 cannot be divided by 2. So that 2 is not a suitable one. The next prime number, 3. So 3, 3 times 2, 3 times 3. Super. So we can use that. 3 times 2, 6, 3 times 3. Yes. Now there is no any other number that we can use to divide both of these numbers at once. එකපාරම බෙදන්න මේ අංක දෙක අපිට වෙන මොකකින්වත් බෑ. So that we have to stop from here. හරි? මේ 2 and 3 නේ. There is no number, right? Except 1. 1 නැරෙන්න we cannot use any other. Right? No need to divide by using 1. හරිද? එකෙන් බෙදලා වැඩක් නැහැ නේ. You will get 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, right? If you divide by 1, right? No need to divide by 1. So now we have here 2 and 3. Right? So how do we find the highest common factor? 2 times 3. 2 times 3, 6. Yes. The answer that you gave is correct. 6 should be the common factor of both of these numbers. Nil. Right. So I am taking it down. Kuruminika. Right. 6. 6 is my common factor. So 12 divided by 6. 2x minus 18 divided by 6. 18 divided by 6 are 3. 3y. Very easy. Right? So this is the way. Right? Okay. Next one. Eighth one. Right? So at once if you can identify the highest common factor, no need to find HCF. Highest common factor. I mean like this. But if you can identify what is the highest common factor for both terms, no need to find highest common factor. Keep that in your mind. If you are like, if you have a doubt, right? If you have a doubt, then find highest common factor like this. Right? Right? When you are going to grade 9, then hurry. If you can identify at once, 12 and 18, highest common factor should be 6, 6. So you can do this without finding highest common factor. Keep that in your mind. Right, okay guys. Eighth one. Eighth one. mx minus my. What is this? Vidusha, what is the common term for this mx minus my? Vidusha, what is the common factor for mx and my? What I hear. And the Vidusha again after mic. Huh? Hello, Vidusha. Vidusha, क्या done it there?
No, I am alive.
I am alive. So then tell me, what is the common factor for this mx and my term, two terms? What is the
This
common term? Huh?
ML.
ml. So you are going to take it out from the bag. X minus y is the answer. अरे हम lazy है क्या हुए? अरे xy minus y. Sign up. What is the common term for these two terms?
Y.
Yeah, y. Right. If you take y out from the bracket, what should be inside the brackets?
X, Y.
X minus y. Super. Right. Right. Then you have y squared y. Roshankar, can you tell me the answer?
Y minus 1,
So yeah, what is the common term?
Y.
Okay. So full answer?
Y, and then in brackets, Y minus 1.
Super clear. Y times y minus 1. Right. So this should be everything. So here you have including y times y, right? So y square means y square minus y. So we can write this as y into y minus y. All where you have y. So y is a common term. y is a common term. So you are getting it out. Right? If you take one y out from here, this is the remaining part. Y. Then here, if you take this y out, minus 1. Right? I think you can understand that. Right. Okay. Next one. xi. 11th one, 2x to the power 2, that means 2x square minus 6x. Right. So this one. So how do we do this? First of all, I will expand this to there. If you cannot identify at once, right? The way that you can identify the common term is by expanding. Right? Now this is in index notation. I am going to expand this in order to identify the common factor for both terms. And so this is the way. If you cannot identify directly, right? So here, first term is 2 multiplied by x multiplied by x. X squared. X squared can be written as like this. X times x. Right? Minus then 6 times x. 6 times x. Right. So now, what are the common terms of this and this? Sharon, can you tell me what are the common terms from this one and this one? Sharon is saying 3, right? So 3 is not a common term for this one and this one.
Teacher, can I say?
Vidusha, sorry?
Can I say?
Sure.
2.
Okay. Is that the only thing? Only common factor?
2x. 2x.
Yeah. Superb. Near. 2x, right? So 2x are common factors. So I will let you know how to do that. I have messages available. Yes, Methulia. So not only the 2, but both the Sanugit Matevala message. So, right? So by looking at the terms here you have number 2 and here you have 6. For the number 2 and the number 6, right? Both of them are multiples of 2. 2 times 1 and 2 times 3. So that 2 is a common factor for both. Now we need to check, are there any common factors? Now we need to check, are there any common factors other than 2? Right? Okay. So now we have identified by looking at the numerical values, 2 and 6, there is a common factor number 2. Right? That is okay. When we consider the algebraic terms, with x, 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 x. Right? So 1x is a common term again. So that altogether 2x is a common term for this one and this one. 2x is common term for this one and this one. Right. So that I can write, I will do this step by step so that you can understand 2 times x minus 6 can be written as 2 times 3 nil. 2 times 3 times x. Right? I am writing like this so that you can understand. This is the way that I need to do. So now let's identify what are the common terms. Here 2, here 2, right? And x and x. Those are common terms of mine. Equal mark, right? So I am getting out this from the bracket. 2x is my common term. inside the bracket, right? What are the rest terms? So what are the rest? If I take them out, x minus 3. Let's start. X minus 3. So this is the way, Buti, right? Make step by step that I have explained. Right. So next one, the 12th one. So same, right? මේවා පුතේ පුරුදු වුණාම you can do this. If you practice and practice this, these are nothing. හරිද? If මම හැමදාම කියන්නේ ඒකයි, right? මම ක්ලාස් එක පටන් ගත්ත දවසේ ඉඳන් කියන්නේ, right? කවුද මෙතුල්ලා එහෙම දන්නවා. මෙතුලි සයිනප් සඳලු, right? ඒගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා විදුෂ එහෙම දන්නවා. I am always repeating that, right? You should know the multiplication table to the best. Without multiplication table, you can't do anything. හරිද? You can't do anything. හරි? ඒකෙන්ද හොඳට you need to study the multiplication table. හරිද? හරි. So 12th one means 5x to the power 2y minus 10xy square. Correct? Right. So this is similar to this one. This one is similar to this one, right? But first of all, I am going to tell you the short way. කෙටි ක්‍රමය කියලා දෙන්න. Then I will discuss it using this form. මෙහෙම then I will discuss. හරිද? First of all, focus on the board. Focus on the board. Right? Now here, what I am going to say. Right? Okay. Right. So, first of all, I am finding the numerical terms. So, numerical values 5 and 10. Right. By looking 5 and 10, right. So, one thing I can understand. So, 10 is a multiple of 5, ne? 10 is a multiple of 5. This is the way that you are going to think. මෙහෙම තමයි ඔයාලා හිතන්නේ. මම කියනකොට ඔයාලා හිතලා බලන්න. 10 is a multiple of 5, so that 5 should be a common term. 5 should be a common term. Okay. 5 should be a common term. Now numerical terms are okay. Now you are using your mind to think. දැන් ඔයාලා මේ හිත තමයි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ how to think. හරි? How to think. Now this is the way that you are going to think logically. Right. 5 and 10 numerical terms are අනාගන්නෑ වැඩේ, right? Jumble කරගන්නේ අනාගන්නෑ වැඩේ. Step by step you can go, right? 5 is a common term for both of these numerical values. Numerical values. Now x squared and y, xy. When you consider this term and this term, here you have x squared. X squared means x into x. How many x's are there? 2. But when it compares to here, you have 1x, ne? X. Right? Guys, give me 5 seconds, Right. So here you have x to the power 2, and here you have only 1x, ne? X to the power 2, here you have only 1x, right? So that what would be the common term? X to the power 2 or x to the power 1? That means, so you have to take 1x out from here, because here you have x to the power 2 means x into x. X into x. Right? Here you have only 1x. So x is a common term. So then it comes to the y terms. You have to use the same way. Here you have 1y. Here you have y to the power 2. Y to the power 2 means y into y. y into y. So there are two y's multiplied together. Here only one. So y is a common term. Only one y is a common term. So now you can write directly the answer. Right? Right. Here you have 5. Here you have 10. You are going to take 5 out. Here you have the first thing, right, that you have to write is 1. Right? If you take 5 out, the remaining terms are x to the power 2 and y. If you take 1x out from here, right, how many x's are here? If you take 1x from here, how many x's should be here? Only 1x remaining. If you take 1y out of here, if you take 1y out of here, right, there are no any y's remaining. Then only 1y, you are taking it out. Right? Then minus sign. Here, you are going to take 5 out. So 5 times 2. 5 times 2, 10. Here you have only one x. You are taking it out. Right? You are taking this out. So there is no x. Here there are y to the power 2, y square. You are taking 1y out. So here you have y times y. You are taking 1y out. So the remaining term is x minus 2. So that is the way that you are going to think. Right. Then what you have to do is, so I will explain by using the previous method. Now look at the board. Right? I will clear this out. Right? I am going to do the same thing if you cannot understand this way. Right? Now look at the board. Right? 5x to the power 2y minus 10xy to the power 2. So I am going to expand this. Here 5 times x to the power 2. X to the power 2 means x into y minus right. Here you have 10. Now you are going to write down 10 by using the multiples of 5. 5 times 2. 5 times 2. 10. Multiplied by x. Multiplied by y multiplied by y. Because they are y square. Right? 2 y's multiplied together. 2 y's multiplied together. So now I am going to identify what are the common terms for both numerical values. 5 is a common term. 5 is a common term. Right? Then here there are two x's multiplied together. Here you have one x. So that only x is a common term. This one and this one. And then no any other x's, right? So y. Here 1y. Here 1y. So I am going to take these common terms out. 5xy. 5xy as the common term. Brackets. So what are the remaining terms then? If I take 5xy out, x is the remaining term from this, 2 is the remaining term, and y is also a remaining term for this one. Right? Only those three terms are remaining terms. So then I am going to write them inside the bracket. X minus 2y. Right? So same answers. Same answers. Right? Right. Right, third one. So third one is also you have to write them as the product of two factors, right? Okay, so from here I will stop discussing the unit test factors. Right? Mega api next week let's discuss the number part 3. Right? So we have now it is already 1 hour and 15 minutes, right? So I will discuss this unit test number part 3 and part 4 in the next week so that you can get it more. හරිද? ඔයාලට හොඳට ඒක ඔලුවට දාගන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද දවස් දෙකක් විතර factors සාකච්ඡා වෙනවනේ. Now I will give you the test, right? Now I will give you the fractions test, right? Until if I do not do that, so I might get small time to do the theory part. Right? Okay, guys. So I will stop it from here for today. Right?